everybody, welcome back. This is Crystal with Lone Star Planner Girl. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, for returning if you're a subscriber or a regular watcher, or for joining us if this is your first time. Welcome. Thank you so much. Please ignore the monstrosity on the arm, dealing with wrist issues. I'll be fine. I'll just be a klutz for a while. So today, this is the plan with me for week 28, which is July 8th through July the 14th in my Hobonichi cousin Avec. Today we are going to be using this kit from the Paper Squirrel Co. on Etsy. This is on their unicorn paper that they offer, which is not repositionable, but it is beautiful, beautiful paper. So I'm looking forward to giving that a try. And then I also got date dots from them, which is cut in the shape of a bookmark or dashboard today marker, whatever you want to call it. So this is what we're going to use. We're going to go ahead and get started and see what we can come up with for this kit. I am going to go ahead and attempt to talk. My children are awake, so I cannot promise that this will ever actually make it that this audio will make it. Okay, that's super thin. I like that. Normally when they're awake, I end up having to do a voiceover. So we will see. This is designed, actually it's really not. It's a little bit wider than the date and this blank space. And it's also a little bit wider than the date and the top of the page. So we are just going to lay it down like this and go for it. Okay. So it's also a little bit wider. Okay. I'll let it stick over the top just a bit there. That's okay. We are going to make this work. All right, I'm going to turn this a little bit, make sure you guys can still see so that I can do this, because I cannot bend my left wrist at all. Sorry if you hear my kids in the background. My son is playing video games and my daughter is doing Lord knows what. I decided this week that I really like what Amanda over at Mandolin Plans has been doing. And I just realized I should have put that further down to cover that. That's okay, y'all. That's what this is for. Normally I don't bother to cover this up, but I can't stand to have part of it covered up and not all of it. Sorry if you're seeing the top of my head. I'm trying to stay out of frame. It's not working very well. There we go. It is summer break, obviously, so my son is reveling in how much video games he's getting to play every day. Okay, there we go. And now I am going to put down, oh, as I was saying, I really like how she's been doing her layouts lately, so I decided to give one a shot and do, okay, let's see. Okay, it is the full width. So I'm going to put it here like so. Gives me space to track the weather up at the top. I think this is, I really don't know what this paper is. It kind of feels almost like vinyl, but not 100% like vinyl. But it is, the back is peeling up kind of like the vinyl. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is a type of vinyl sticker paper. I don't know that it would be waterproof at all. But if you've ever had vinyl stickers, you know sometimes it'll cut all the way through, but the back will be kind of sticky. It won't want to come up. And it kind of feels like that. You can see there's a couple of places where little bits of the back have come off. Certainly not in any sort of unusable way, but that's why I say it kind of feels like I've had kits that are vinyl before and it does the same thing. Vinyl is kind of tricky. It does take color very beautifully though, and it does take color a little bit more crisply than your standard sticker paper, which is what this looks like. So I feel pretty confident in saying this is some form of vinyl. It is very thin, which I love. I don't like having a super chunky. Actually, I can't say that. I don't mind chunky. What I mind is when you're writing after having weeks and weeks and weeks and months in a Hobonichi and you're writing on lumps. Even if you use a pencil board, the thicker papers, I mean, just with the one layer, like if you were to flip this from the stickers that I have from this week, you can feel writing on the lumps, and it drives me nuts. I don't like it. Okay, set that aside. Okay, so I have a couple of different boxes to do. I've got some trackers and I have bottom washing. My question is, I've been meal tracking and I've been doing it at the bottom because that was one thing I really enjoyed about my, nope, that's not gonna be enough space. So what I will do, this is a little bit wider than the space at the bottom of the page, so I'm going to use this as a sort of oh, what's the term that I'm looking for? Divider, there we go. Rather than putting it at the bottom. Okay. So these are not perfectly sized. As you can see, there is, can you see, am I out of frame again? I am so sorry. I keep forgetting to check that. This is not perfectly sized. I have it lined up to the edge here. It hangs over a millimeter or two on the side. These do the same. I have it lined up perfectly here and it goes all the way to the edge of the page. So I scooted it over a little bit on this side. Here's the edge of the grid and I lined up the edge over here. And it goes almost all the way to the edge. So these are not, unless they're intended to be this way, they go from the grid to the edge of the page. Or you could probably line them up to the grid on this side and it would go straight to the middle. But I do not like my stickers to be that way, so we're not doing it that way. But this bottom piece is not perfectly sized. So there's that. Oh, wow, okay. I do not want that. That's a pretty significant overhang. Where is my, no, here it is. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is use my slice tool and slice that off. I can live with the other side because I already laid it down and I don't want to rip my paper. There we go. All I did was, this is just a sticky note I had laying here, and I put the sticky piece underneath it. I'm gonna give it a try. I don't know that I can pull this up, but I'm gonna give it a try. Since this is not repositionable, I don't know that it'll, aha, got it. Okay. Sorry, didn't mean to knock my, okay. I am not going to mess with the top piece because I don't want to start hacking into this. But now that I know it's this way, I'm going to cut this down in the other kit that I have. I don't like it either needs to be symmetrical all the way from the center all the way to the edge of the page on both sides, or it needs to go grid to grid. I don't like this grid to the edge of the page thing. No, nope, nope, nope. That just bothers me. You know what? I could probably get away with it. I totally probably could get away with it. It is a gorgeous kit. I'm kind of disappointed that these don't fit exactly as I had hoped they would. And I don't mind. I mean, I know everybody likes their kits to be different. Amanda over at Mandy Lynn Plans likes her washi continuous. So her washi is designed from the center all the way out. And that's fine. That's her design and she likes it and that's wonderful. I don't care for it, so I always trim her kits down. And there's nothing wrong with that either. So I don't think this is, I think, disappointing to me because it's not one or the other. It's kind of like halfway, which almost seems like a mistake to me rather than a design choice, if that makes any sense. I don't know that it is. Nope, that's ripping. Nope, nope, nope. We're going to leave that alone. Gonna leave that alone. Okay. Well, I got part of it fixed. Okay, so moving right along, I am going to put this here. That's going to be my meals. And I want to use this today because this is such a pretty kit. I kind of don't want to overwhelm it with a color or even just really dark ink. It's so pretty. And then let's see what else we are going to do. I am going to do this. Do this. And here in a second, we're going to test which pens work on this paper. This is going to be Workouts. And then this is going to be, my husband and I are learning ASL for our church. Hang on, I can't write and talk at the same time. Our church is primarily, our demographic is the deaf and hard of hearing, as well as some other some other disabilities that we focus on working with, or people who have these disabilities that we're focusing on working with. And as we get more and more involved, we need to learn ASL so that we can actually speak to our church members, which would be lovely. I am going to put this down here because it's too cute not to. Normally this is meal tracking, not menu, but I'm just going to use that. Some cute little stars, got some flags, and I got some squares left. So what are we going to do next? All right, I'm going to turn this again. Make sure to keep what I'm working on in frame so that I can get this in. Now see, these are all perfectly sized, so I find it a little bit odd that the washi strips are that far off. That's just weird to me. But they weren't far off enough for it to be obvious that they were intended to go edge to edge instead of grid to grid, so it's clearly either a mismeasurement or, I mean, as you can see, it's not even like it was off cut. here's the true test. Ah, I can't do it on a sticker. I can't do it. I'm gonna test it just on some of this side bit. Well, what do you know? Hot dog. I'm kind of really liking this unicorn paper. That took the friction pen really well, and it is buttery smooth. They were not lying about this stuff. I don't know what this is. It is some sort of weird vinyl hybrid, I think. I don't know, but it's gorgeous, and it takes a friction pen. I don't know what else we need to know, y'all. This is great stuff. Okay, so we're doing Paye, and I love Paye. Oh, I hope they come out with some more kits soon, because they did not have but a couple to choose from when I ordered this, and I'm in love already. I'm in love. Okay, and then what am I going to do? I am going to go with these little stars for social media. And Saturday. Okay, and then we are going to go with, I like leaving a little bit of space between boxes, and I know it might be kind of strange, but I like how it kind of separates. It gives it a cleaner feel to me than having everything touching. That's just personal opinion. And I have nursery next weekend. And that is who I am having, that I am working nursery with. Okay. So we are going to go with Instagram and YouTube. Instagram and YouTube, and finally Instagram and YouTube. And I will fill in this is going to be Plan With Me week, what is next week? The 29th? Yes, 29. Ah, sorry, I keep hitting this. Plan With Me week 29. I have sort of honed my process in marking this in my planner, so this is going to be, I might not have anything to post on YouTube that day. Maybe I'll film my Plan With Me this week, or this day. Yeah, that's a good plan. All right. Sure, I have a few boxes left, and these stripes, which are fun. I think I am going to use this green. Let me get some scissors. I think what I'm gonna do is here at the I'm gonna cut these a little bit short so that I have enough to get all the way across. like so, because it's not quite enough. It's not quite long enough to get all the way across. If you do it grid to grid. This is going to mark the beginning of basically my daily running to-do list that I like so much to do. I need to come up with some more sticker reviews, y'all. I believe I have run out. Pretty sure I have one more, but at the moment I don't have, it's a printable and my printer is out of town with my husband, who is out of town working. So not a whole lot I can do about that right now. Put that here. All right, so that works out well. I'm going to grab my stencil and I'm gonna use my lip pen for this. I love these color sticks, but they're 0.7 and the tips don't fit very well in the holes of the stencil. So I have to go with like a needle point something to do the stencil holes or the checkbox squares. Good night. I can talk. It's been storming here and my kids have been waking up in the middle of the night, so that will be my excuse for not being able to speak coherently. And you know what? I have no idea why I just did that, because that's not what I'm doing for meals. Because I'm half asleep, that's why. So I like having this sort of priority section. I don't have any appointments next week. Yay! However, I like being able to, I don't know if it was on Instagram or somebody else's YouTube video. I honestly, genuinely cannot remember. I know it's a method, I just don't know who, according to whom. But the 1-3-5 or 1-2-3 method of choosing one big thing, and either 2 or 3 medium things, and then 3 or 5 little things to do each day, depending on how you want to run that, obviously. Up to you, how you define big, medium, and little tasks, and whether you want to do 1-2-3 or 1-3-5. But I really like having this, because that's sort of how my brain works anyway. I keep my big priority, events, appointments, things I have to do outside the house that involve getting the kids bathed, dressed, looking not like little hooligans, and leaving the house. And then my 3 are like the big 3 tasks that I want to get done around the house, whether it's film a video, clean up a kitchen, pack a room since we're fixing to move, whatever. And then 5 little things, I think more like sweep, pick up one room, do whatever. That's just kind of how my brain breaks stuff down. So I really like this system. And this is actually supposed to be breakfast, lunch, dinner, any snacks. I don't know why I did the checkboxes there. And I don't know why I'm using this, because I said I wanted to use the, yeah, I do. It's hard. Those 0.7, as much as I love the color sticks, the 0.7 thickness makes it hard to write in the grid space of the Hobonichi. Now, as I mentioned, these, as you can see, are huge check boxes. They aren't really going to fit in the grid. So these would be great, I think, if you have like a single specific task that needs to be done. In this case, I'll just, for the sake of showing it, see how much bigger that is? It's almost 2 spaces tall. And in this particular case, I'm gonna grab because I need to remember to print the bulletin. You know, that'll be like my, hey, you need to do this thing. So this is a super fun kit. I like that it's only 2 pages. They were very inexpensive. Oh, I forgot the weekend sticker. Cannot forget the weekend sticker. And see, that one came up fine. So I don't know what the heck was the deal with the others. There we go. All right. So, well, I shouldn't have done that. It's going to be easier to get up. Nope. Well, foo. This is what happens when you do things out of order. I needed those 2 spaces that I just covered up. So we'll just have to double column it over here. So that is essentially it. I might at some point, I probably won't. This is really cute, but I don't really have any use for it. I've got a couple more flags if I should need it, a couple more boxes. Yeah, this is a cute kit, and I really like this unicorn paper. I will be honest, I genuinely didn't think that I was going to be able to write with a friction pen on it, but I did. So let me do one last little bit over here. Okay, so that is going to be it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. This is the kit by Paper Squirrel Co. on their unicorn paper. I will put a link in the box down below to this particular kit, to their Etsy shop. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do hit the like button if you enjoyed this, and the subscribe button if you want to have me pop up in your YouTube feed whenever I post something new. If you want notifications, click the bell. Otherwise, don't worry about it. But thank you so much for watching again, and we will see you guys next time.